Hi, and before we get to today's episode, we have a quick word from our sponsor. Tired of drinking out of a boring tumbler? Want to make your morning coffee cup one of a kind? Expand with Tipsy Tumblers. You can special order cups, shot glasses, bookmarks, rolling trays for your cigarettes. So you can get one with a picture of a special someone or one with Spider-Man. The options are endless. You can upload your own pictures or pick from her selection of design. With Valentine's Day coming up, this could be a great gift for that special someone, or even just for yourself. Hey, you can use the code GAMES2023 at checkout to save 10%. You go to angelstipsytumblers.myshopify.com. There will also be a link in the show notes. Now on to our episode today.
Mike, turn your games down.
Hi, everybody, episode 211 of Games My Mom Found. I am Mike Albertin, and who's in the darkness with me tonight?
My name is Joe Butler, and I can smell the darkness in this area.
My name is Dominic Chichcoki, and in this chain of memories that bind us together, this is a shining link in the chain.
Can you smell that? It's that smell. That smelly smell. That smelly smell that smells smelly. Darkness! It's Commander Lionheart again, a.k.a. Emanuel.
Can you smell what the darkness is cooking?
If we could smell! No.
Oh, God, that line
Not
was
for this
terrible.
game. I'm sorry. No.
So we are here to talk about Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memory, the GBA version, which came out back in 2004. Damn. Developed by Square Enix, published by Square Enix. This is also the sequel to Kingdom Hearts 1. There will be spoilers for Kingdom Hearts, so you've been warned. It won't make any fucking sense. You don't know what we're talking about anyway. But you can try. You can try to listen along. I mean, like me, I'll look up stuff where people post things from 3, and I'm like, this makes absolutely no sense. And
Hey, very big thing that you just said there, Mike. It is a sequel. This is not a spin-off, people. This is a sequel to Kingdom Hearts 1. Like, I don't want anyone calling this a spin-off.
It's not.
Also, importantly, developed by Jupiter as well.
Oh, I see, yes.
Of course, the developers of The World Ends With You, which this is very much a prototype.
Oh, that does make sense.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I've
Yeah.
never played that yet, but I really want to.
Me neither. I played the demo to the last one that came out, Neo.
Well, Ends is a great game.
They're both great games.
Really expands on everything here.
And later on, yes.
And if you want to hear our first Kingdom Hearts story, we did that on episode 175. So if you want to listen, if you haven't listened to that, go listen to that and then come here for this, or just stay here for this. But just want to give you the option for those out there listening. So this is a direct sequel of Kingdom Hearts 1 that takes place between Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. Or if you play 2 and didn't play this, you're going to be confused as hell, like I was back in 2006, because I didn't finish this.
I did not finish this as a kid before playing Kingdom Hearts 2 either, and there were still a lot of things that I was confused about. And even if you do finish this game, you are still going to be confused about when you play Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yes.
As a kid, this was the Kingdom Hearts game that I played. I did not finish it. I did finish it in college, though.
That's impressive. I played it back in either 2004 or 2000. No, wait. I would have played this in, I'm guessing, 05, 06. I emulated it for the first time. Is when I played it because I didn't have a Game Boy Advance. Yeah, it probably was 05. And I remember going home and playing this, and one of my friends being like, "Why are you playing that when you can go play, PS2 and Xbox game?" And then I stopped playing. Then I got stuck on Hades, and I stopped playing this. That's what broke me back then, the first time.
I got this game for Christmas, and it's like the funniest thing ever because I told my grandma every day for Christmas I wanted this for Christmas, and my sister did. My sister didn't. So whenever Christmas time came around, we had this big box, and I opened mine, and mine came with a 3DS and Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. And I looked over at my sister, and she opened hers, and her came with a 3DS and Beautiful Joe too, and she got mad. So,
damn.
I also got this for Christmas. I think the year it came out.
Yeah, this came out like maybe a month before Christmas that year.
Yeah, it did. It was November.
It had there was iconically there was a commercial that had the theme song "Simple and Clean," I believe, playing over it.
Yeah.
As a kid, of course, that caught my attention very much.
Yeah.
Especially with the first game. I mean, I just can't. It's just so weird to me that this game comes out. Let me see here. How many years later? 3 years later, or no, 2 years later.
2 years later.
2 years later, is essentially, it is the direct sequel. Like, it's just so weird.
There's a weird thing where people said Square Enix, but I guess realized how popular it was when it came out, but they wanted it spread across different consoles. That's why this is on Game Boy. You have Birth by Sleep on PSP, and then you also had Dream Drop Distance on the 3DS.
I mean, if you look at it, this has like all of the markings of a let's bring the console game to the handheld, because it's just we're using a lot of the same content from the first game, just 2Dified. And like the story seems like something that would be a Gaiden side story kind of thing, where not as much really matters in the end. They have like their little hand waves of people will forget once they leave this castle.
A lot of the Disney stuff doesn't matter as much in this either.
No.
Yeah, because usually with the Disney stuff, even Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 wise, usually whenever you interact with the Disney characters, organization members usually pop up and kind of have a little bit to do with the story. But in this, it's just, oh, hello, I'm from Aladdin. It's like, oh, hello, something, memories, something. Okay, have a good day.
Mm-hmm. Which is why I skipped all of it.
Maybe we'll retell the movie story. Maybe we'll just do something else. Who can say?
Who cares?
Yeah,
it's a lot different than 1, but I mean, this is the introduction to Organization 13. Except, do they even call themselves Organization 13 in this?
They call themselves the organization here.
Okay.
And they prelude a lot of things that I guess I just didn't understand as like an 11-year-old.
Yeah, that seems fitting.
The Superior, talking about the...
There's like a weird line of dialogue where I think Axel talks about Sora being like them, and then they do refer themselves as nobodies, but they put it in quotation marks.
Mm-hmm.
We had nobody.
Yeah, I'm pretty damn sure that Nomura hadn't yet like completely established what he wanted to do. Like, oh, we should call them nobodies, or they should be called the Organization 13, or stuff like that.
Commit it to memory.
That is the clear example that he did not know yet at the time what to do, because that is not the line.
Well, the question is that localized differently, or is that what it is in Japanese as well?
That's a good question, actually.
I think it was just him messing around with the catchphrase. Because
and not having figured it out yet.
Yeah, he clearly killed. Do you kill off Axel in this?
No, you don't kill him. You fight him, but he doesn't die.
Well, he fake dies.
Yes, because he says I think that he tells. Was it Namine? I don't know who he tells. He says, "Yeah, I just had to fake my death. They're real good against Sora." That's what he says.
Oh, okay.
And then he brought him back. So obviously,
Yeah.
So what we should say real quick for those that. So what this game takes place minutes after 1, where after they do all the shit they do in 1, they end up walking to this castle. And they run into
They walk off in the PS2 version. They walk down this giant empty field of pathway and nowhere to go. And this game posits that, they came upon a castle at the end of that path.
Yes, this castle.
Literally the PS2 cutscene on the GBA. It's amazing.
This castle that has nothing to do with anything and never ever comes up ever again.
Never.
Nope. I don't believe any of that right now, based on what you guys saying that. All right. But it's just so weird to me. Like, I mean, I remember like as a kid playing this, I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, why is there all of a sudden this random, what's going on? Like, it just didn't make any fucking sense.
Well, it's like, that's their storytelling style, right? It's like, yes, and they walked down the path and they came upon a castle. It's like, all right, sure.
Hey, whatever. I'll take it. It's not the most convoluted or worst thing that's going to happen in the series anyway. So,
What are you talking about? The series gets weirder?
They closed the door to darkness.
Mm-hmm.
And then
they temporarily closed the door to darkness.
Now we have to go explore Sora's memories.
Yes. Except you don't, because they're fake memories.
Oh, they're not
based
real.
in some real
Oh,
I guess,
memory. But his memories have been replaced.
So fucking weird.
Are being slowly replaced.
Yeah, the weirdest thing about this whole memories thing is the fact that, they kind of start, like, when the game starts, like, they recognize, oh, it's Leon and everybody, but then as soon as you get, I think, to the first Disney world, they've already, like, literally forgotten who the hell these people are. Like, they're acting like, oh no, they're in trouble. We need to help. And I'm like, do you not remember them already? Like, this selective memory erasure is like way too fast. If it's just in the second floor, you're already forgetting.
I mean,
Like, all
Sora
this
and Leon aren't friends. Like, they're friends, but they're not friends.
No.
He's not
They
friends
just
with them like
work-
he's friends with Donald or Goofy or Riku, especially.
I think it's more of
Yeah,
that
but-
kid. You're friends with everybody, even though you're not.
Yeah. But they still remember Leon. Like, they were like, Leon, what are you talking about? Don't be joking around with not remembering us or stuff like that. But then immediately the next floor of the castle, where it's just a Disney World, they are already like forgotten. Like, they don't know who the hell these people are. Like, was it
Like, there's
Agrabah?
something. Yeah, there's something to like watching Sora like slowly forget everything. There is something to that, but he just comes across as such a dumbass. So
I mean,
often.
he is.
Yeah, he's our dumbass.
You're dumbass, if you will.
Like, just seeing him get so angry about stuff when they were literally told a floor or two ago, yeah, you're forgetting, and it's all fake. It's all your memories.
Why can't I remember?
Like, after Kingdom Hearts 1, Sora stopped being my boy. My boy was Riku after Kingdom Hearts 1.
Oh yeah, Riku's so much cooler.
It only took
Like,
that
just
long for
as
you to get
the-
tired of him.
As the Shadow the Hedgehog of this series, Riku is so much cooler.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
He is so much better in every single way.
Well, but before we get into more of the weird story, we should probably get into the fighting style system of this
Yes.
game.
Yes.
That's what also.
This is the thing that turned off everybody. I'm pretty
Mm.
sure.
Not me.
Not me.
Didn't
Oh.
turn me off either.
It turned me off way. Explain
This
it,
is
and
my
then
first
I'll
Kingdom Hearts game. So
explain it, and then I'll give my reasons. Honestly.
It's weird.
it's a card game.
So
It's a
there
card
you go.
game.
It's an action
Deck
card.
building.
It's an
That's
action
the problem.
RPG that uses cards as your attacks and abilities. While you're moving around, you're playing a deck.
Mm-hmm.
You can customize it. You can make it magic filled, attack filled. You can really customize it a lot because you have like a 99 card limit, which is crazy to even think about reaching that high.
But you also have a AP limit to where each card has a certain value. I'm not entirely sure how you can. I guess each different card is based off a Keyblade you got in the last game, including there's like maybe 2 or 3 of them that are original to this one.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Did you guys ever find those weird? Because you get 3 cards to the story. The story's limited to 3 cards: the Key of Beginnings, something else, and then there's like a gold card, like a weird
Yes.
gold block on it. Yeah. I think if you go back sometimes at
Yes.
some point, you can
You
get yeah.
I did it multiple times. I farmed a lot in this game. You get a secret room that will give you a nice card of some
Yeah.
sort.
And that unlocks. That's weirdly enough. one
Not
of the-
card. Gives you it gives you new slight.
No, it can give you new cards.
Oh, okay. I know I got some new slights too because I stopped buying slights because I stopped using them, so I didn't buy them.
Yeah, you can. If you beat the game and then reload your Sora save data, I think that's how you get the Ultima weapon. I'm not entirely
Well,
sure.
shit.
Yeah, it's just the Ultima weapon card. Like you still have to buy them from the Kupo cards. Yeah.
Yes,
Dumb.
basically unlock the card to be able to purchase them, or
But I'm sure it's not even
Possibly
that
get
good.
them.
Like, I mean, sure, okay, one hit could be really good, but what if you miss? Like, it's not
Or
like it's
get-
really going to save your deck.
Or get blocked.
Yeah, a block. Oh god, fucking block.
Oh, I did that save state thing that I said I was gonna try to do. This game is bullshit and cheats. The numbers are preset, but the cards aren't. So if I spent like 300 points on a good deck, I'd get like a 0, 5, 2, and 3 or whatever the numbers are. I reloaded it and bought a cheaper deck, and the numbers were the same, but the keyblades were different.
That's funny.
It's bullshit.
it's bullshit. Yes.
But the system is very expansive and very like customizable, which I really do like, because each keyblade, each type of magic or whatever has like a 0 through 9 value. That the higher it goes, the more it takes up space in your deck, and 0 also takes a lot of space in your deck because 0 can counter anything, but anything can also counter 0 kind of stuff.
Yeah,
So you're just kind of playing war in a sense of like presenting your card, they're presenting their card. It's like if your attack is higher, you would get the hit kind of thing.
do your cards disappear if they're broken?
Sometimes ?
Not if they're broken. They only
No.
disappear if you use them in the combos, where you can select 3 cards L and R, and you'll do a
And-
combo. You lose the first card of that combo until the end of the battle.
And even then, believe that if that combo is broken, the card doesn't disappear.
I think also the premium cards disappear too.
That might be what it is then. Because I would there was like one
Yeah.
there was one fight where I had zero fucking I was like down to like 5 cards and I was like,
Yeah.
oh no.
I don't think I was using that many combos though, so I'm still curious if there's like another way to like lose cards.
I didn't use combos. I did at first, but I stopped for the most part.
There's some good ones like Mega Flare with Mushu and 2 fires.
Oh, I didn't use any magic cards really, other than Kier.
You should use Magic. It's great. Cloud is a great card.
I saw them in action when I watched videos, but I didn't use them. I don't know.
Or,
It goes against the way I play RPGs. I don't like to use spells in general. I do everything with, which again was, okay, so I did beat this game. I actually beat this game legit, the regular version, because I didn't know I could say
Congratulations.
it.
Yes.
It's not normal. It's not often that I can actually say that. So I feel good when I can.
Yes.
Because normally anyone who listens to the show knows I don't play games legit most of the time.
Nope.
But yeah, I actually beat this game completely legit for the first Horus campaign. I didn't know
Yes.
I didn't know how to save state on the Steam Deck. And that was the only reason why.
Then I reminded you that save states existed.
Well, Riku also taught me a save state for the fucking Riku. We'll get there. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. Funny story, going back to the card thing. When I was a kid, I did not understand the whole premium cards thing. So every time I got the chance to elevate a card to premium, I just elevated it to premium, and then I would be left without a goddamn deck.
Wait, what does premium do?
So it lowers the cost of the card, but you can only use it once in a fight.
What?
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. I would just like, oh, okay, cool, premium dude. And I just make a card.
I literally had to learn that the hard way when I was a kid, and
The
never make that
game-
mistake ever again.
Doesn't explain that, does it?
Nope, it does
Oh.
not.
It's very funny because it separates the premium cards from your regular cards. So that you'll have like 2 sections for Cloud, and then it's like one is the regular, one is the premium.
Yep.
If the one you like is a premium, good luck to you.
That's fucked up. That is really fucked up.
Again, one of the reasons why I never beat it as a kid till like I was in. Maybe I beat it in high school. Maybe I don't remember.
Why do we?
But also, it's a good game. But more,
I agree.
To the point that, but more to the point that not only do cards inhabit the combat, cards are everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the worlds. I mean,
Yeah, world cards. You go to room by room using cards.
Believe in the heart of the cards, Yugi.
Like this is a weird roguelite kind of situation where each room is procedurally generated using the card that you've selected. Because like in combat, where there's a 0 through 9 kind of value, each like field card has a 0 through 9 value, and then like also a type, which kind of predicts what you're going to experience, whether it's your attack is up, there's more enemies, there's stronger enemies, there's weaker enemies, etc., etc.
I mean,
And then like the layout of the room is random.
you can also fuck yourself in this game too. By the way, if you're dumb and sell all your 0 cards and go, oh shit, at the end of the game.
But you can also continually re-roll those rooms if you just
Yeah.
hit the doorway with your
That's what-
keyblade.
I was doing constantly.
Oh yes, that's how you farm basically, because enemies respawn only so long.
One of the things that I also did not realize, so I ended up having a hard time in at least 2 boss fights. The Larxene and Axel boss fights, if you use their elements against them, it will heal them.
Yep.
Yes.
So I had Thundaga equipped, and I healed half her fucking health at one point, and went shit.
Yeah.
I would have been pissed too.
But then there are magic cards like Arrow, which don't really seem to have a healing power to it. They seem to be pretty neutral.
Was there like a combo y'all try to do, and you just couldn't get it to work?
Some of
During
the
boss
slights couldn't
yeah.
get that stuff to work.
Yeah,
During boss fights, Trinity Limit was very hard to pull off.
because it was so long.
Yes.
What was it? Is Zankin Tetsu I tried doing because it was Sora's big combo. I think you needed all 9s or all 0s. And I just could not hit an enemy with it. Like I did it and it just wouldn't do anything.
Yeah.
I think it's like a random one-hit KO, like a horn drill situation. Where something like I think Ragnarok was a lot easier to pull off, which is like a 6 through 9 value, I think.
I don't remember. I know I had the one I did was something raid or
Yeah.
Strike
Thunder
Raid.
the strike
Raid.
raid where you dash forward with your keyblade and hit A continuously.
Oh, you have to hit A continuously?
No, that's
There's one where he
Sonic
like
Blade.
where you can keep hitting
Yeah.
A and he'll keep bouncing back and forth.
No,
for
that's
a little
Sonic
while.
Blade.
Okay,
That's
Sonic Blade.
Cloud
I didn't realize you had to do that.
technique.
Yeah, that one's great. I use that one a lot, especially it cleared the room of Heartless whenever you bounced around. It was great.
I mean, there were some cool elements to this game. There really were.
This game is very much ahead of its time. Deck building, roguelite elements. It would fit in very well in the 2010s.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out if this is the game that just has made me for the longest time not like roguelites. Wonder if this is the root of it.
I mean, it honestly could be.
This game, if it used a little bit more polishing, I could totally see it like being a new sleeper hit. Because there's a couple things in this where it like the system is just completely donk. Like that whole thing about premium cards that I literally just found out now is bullshit.
Yeah, I had no idea either.
That explains why my deck went down.
There's a whole like room type dedicated to doing that.
Yeah, I would make premium rooms. I'm like, oh, cool, I get a premium card. That means that I'm guessing my card is stronger now. Or I didn't have any idea what it did. I didn't realize, haha, you just gave up your card, asshole. Like,
well, I kept doing it because your cards are cheaper when you make a card a premium card. So I was like, oh, that's what you're supposed to do is make all your cards premium, and then
no, that's what I thought as a kid, and I found out the hard way that it was not.
But you think the game would explain it to you at some point, be like, hey, you might want to be careful with this.
You're giving too much credit to this game.
Figure it out yourself, shithead.
Pretty much, yeah. Oh, I do want to say that, like,
it's like Dark Souls.
I didn't realize this, but as I've Dark Souls, that explains stuff. Well, internet explains stuff. But like one thing that this game did for me that I thought was very interesting, that I forget that I have a love for this. I love seeing stuff being sprite-atized. And this was, I mean, this game takes all the PS2, Kingdom Hearts stuff and puts it into sprite. Mm-hmm. And for some reason, I really have a thing for that.
It looks really good.
It does. I really like that. I like how they made everything in the sprites. Like, all the Heartless, and you get all your classic Heartless from Kingdom Hearts 1. You get the Wizards, and I'm like, I really, really like this.
I mean, it looks way better than the PS2 remake.
This is like a 16-bit JRPG. It fits in with all the other classic ones, I think.
That's where I have a problem. It's that I wish that it were more like a traditional JRPG. Like, they could keep the whole card system and just make it turn-based, and I would have been happy. I didn't need the action aspect of this, of where you miss every goddamn attack if you are like behind them, or if you're facing those godforsaken, stupid, big belly bastards.
Yes.
I like those things. I mean, like, just in general, everything you mentioned is what I like. Except, I mean, yes, you have to go around them and try to attack them from behind, and it's annoying, absolutely. But like, I just found it really satisfying to hit people with the cards.
I did not.
I hated anything that blocked. I was like, no blocking. Yeah. No blocking!
Yeah.
Take my head.
Vexen.
Yeah.
The only thing I really had an issue with was towards the end of the game. What was that? The last level in Castle Oblivion, the Proto Shadows or whatever. Those things hide in the ground for like way
those
too long.
Are miserable.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they pop out and slap you. Yeah.
I stopped farming at that point. I'm like, okay, we're done. I'll go level somewhere else. I want to go level. I'm done with this shit.
Because they can avoid Trinity limits even, and Trinity limits are designed to just clear the room.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, hiding.
The last level is not made for grinding. Like, it's best to just go back to the previous world, and the previous two worlds are the best ones for grinding, honestly.
Yeah, but then it resets all your rooms.
If you have enough cards like I did, you would just like put up save rooms and Mugo shops every goddamn room and then just keep walking.
Fair.
I didn't farm in the last part because I was just so sick and tired. Those enemies just made me angry. It really upset me. Fucking miserable. Yeah, that was my opinion of that area.
Yeah.
But no, it's like the way the gameplay took a little bit for me to get used to the whole card system, how you're shifting through your deck and using different cards. But after a while, I got the hang of it, and I really liked it. I really liked the way the game played.
There's just something really cool about just having your cards and their cards kind of just start pinging off each other, where you're breaking theirs, they're breaking yours, and it's kind of just like this little like fight, this little duel to your attacks and like dodge theirs.
Yeah.
One of the things that I think is interesting is the game also kind of teaches you how to play a little bit without telling you as well. Because one thing that I remember learning as a kid and remembering now is when you fight Cloud kind of teaches you, like, once you reload your first deck, because it goes from 1 to 2 to 3, whenever you get your new deck back to halfway reload your deck number and then keep fighting. That way when you run out of cards, you can reload it quickly.
Yeah. Or just kind of when you start learning when it's the right time to start using your combos or just start banking cards.
Mm-hmm.
You can just bank random cards and just use them as a combo, or you can actually do like a slate that actually has like a name, and either one is effective if used correctly. Because then it's like, okay, if you have 3 cards, their combined total value becomes like, I don't know, 18 or something, like, and that's pretty powerful because not many things are going to top 18 or 27 or whatever. So kind of learning how to manage those, but also manage like, oh, this other enemy has a big combo they're using. I'm going to use a 0 card to cancel it out and just start attacking them.
That always should feel good though, to cancel out their attack. Really,
it's like, okay, I got a 0 card in my deck. I'm gonna skip past that one and keep going, but I'm gonna switch back to it at this point and then keep going.
Oh, I have a random question for you guys. So when you when you're running around in the rooms that you create, you'll see red boxes. You'll see red orbs. Are those experience things that drop?
Those are Moogle points.
Yeah, those are Moogle.
Oh, those are Moogle points.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had no fucking idea what the hell I was collecting.
And more stuff that the game does not tell you what they are.
I thought they were experience points because they were red, so I was picking them up. And then randomly I'd have Moogle points. I'd be like, how did I get Moogle points? I thought I was getting them from battles. I didn't. Okay.
Red and green, I believe.
Yeah, the green I knew was health, but why doesn't this game explain anything?
Mm-mm.
I thought green was also Moogle points.
Hey, you need to commit it to memory.
Green is your health because you don't replenish health between every fight unless you go to a save station.
Which I didn't like. Because
you can also set a save station anywhere you want.
Yes, but I don't like a game where I can't heal if I want to, and this is one of those games where it does that.
Heal.
Well, yes, but like okay, later on.
Power.
But I never. So you talked about Trinities. If you use like 3 of Goofies or 3 Donalds, they do something special.
Yeah.
Well, differently, yes. Like if you do 3 Goofies, Goofy becomes a Goofy tornado, which you can kind of like have him just swirl around you and just bash people. But Trinity Limit specifically is a slate where you use Donald, Goofy, and an attack card, which you get late in the game to like basically do a Trinity Limit in the game in like Kingdom Hearts, except in this one, if you let it play out, it'll destroy every enemy in sight.
Unless they use a 0 card and then you're fucked.
Or unless they hide in the shadows like the Frodo shadows.
I did not do any of that.
Yeah, the way I learned, if I remember correctly, someone teaches it to you that you notice or whatever. Or because I did have the strategy guide as a kid, you always keep 0s at the end of your deck, because that's how I remember getting through most of this game, because you always have bosses that have big number combos, especially helps during the Riku boss fight. You usually keep like 4 or 5 at the end of your deck.
Interesting. I did not do that. I kept them dispersed throughout because I would have like an attack block, have a couple spells, a couple reloads, then do another attack block, and then get into like spells and like a bunch of other like potions and stuff at the end. So like kind of metering it out.
And Kier. That was it. That was my deck. And I beat the game with that style of deck. It wasn't
I had 5 cures, so I could do at least like 4 Kiragas or 5 Kiragas.
I didn't even know Kiraga was a thing till way too late in this game when Emanuel told me. He's like, put Kiraga. I'm like, oh.
But it's also good too because you can just like sacrifice a fire to do like a fire and 2 cures, right? And it still works pretty well.
Yeah.
And that way you're not wasting all of your cures to get like a big health boost.
Too often in my brain, when someone says fire, my brain goes fire, fire. Wait.
Can I just say how much I hate that you have to like press both L and R to start making the combos and execute the combo thing?
Yeah, because I fucked up a lot.
I don't know why, because I was pressing them at the same time, and sometimes it would just like, oh no, I'm moving to the left or I'm moving to the right, and I'm like, I lost so many fucking cards in battles.
Me too. I thought that was just my GBASP, just the shoulder buttons going, but maybe not.
I think that it's the game. I don't remember. Did you guys, for those who have played the PS2 remake, am I crazy? Is it select or is it still the same? I don't remember what.
I didn't play the PS2 remake.
I have
select for the gray cards, or
selects for the gray cards here, but I'm not sure what if it's the same button combination to make the combos in Rechain.
Hey, we can find out next year for you, Emanuel.
No, God, no, please, no, God.
Because I am going to play that next year.
I want to.
Or maybe the year. I am going to play it at some point. I might give it a little time before I want to go back, but I will do it.
There's only one good thing for the PS2 remake. We all learn it's pronounced Marluxia.
Yes, Marluxia. The only thing that I like about the remake is that maybe the final bosses aren't that bad compared to here, and obviously it has voice
mode.
It has voiced cutscenes and it has an easy mode. But aside from that, this game
I'm
is
looking forward to the voice cutscenes.
this game is a much better game in every aspect compared to that one. Like, I may harp a lot on this game, but at least I can say this one's better than Rechain of Memories.
This is really
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Rechain is bad.
not what I expected to hear.
No, it is like as much as I don't like how this game handles everything. For a handheld console, it did the best it could, and it turned out good. But Rechain is just so bland, boring, and the whole rooms system, they're like, it's just an empty fucking room, and it drives me insane because I don't know. I hate Rechain of Memories. I think that's why I started off being so negative when we started playing the game, because I was still like carrying that from Rechain of Memories. Like, as we continued playing this one, I like eased up a little bit on my hate on it. I still don't like it. It's my least favorite game in the series, but you know, I wasn't as hateful as I was, and it's because I truly do hate Rechain of Memories. Like, that's
Okay.
Well, I'll be very curious to play it and find out for myself.
I am too now because of course, I've never played it before. This is my first time even like going through. This game has been on my list to play for ever since I first played it and couldn't finish it. Like, I've been waiting to go back and finish this game, so like it felt great to finally be able to do it. But no, I do want. Yeah, you have. I thought Rechain of Memories would be a better game because it's newer, but you have my interest.
no. It was, when did it come out? Was it 2 years or
2007 in
2008?
Japan, 2008 here in
So
America.
2 years after Kingdom Hearts 2.
Damn.
Which it was like one of the last big PS2 games with Persona 4.
Mm-hmm.
I remember
Cool.
seeing it when I worked at Target on the shelf, and I was like, really? But that I didn't care. I mean, I didn't care then at all.
Yes, 2004 or 2008 Persona 4 and Rechain of Memories 2, my least favorite PS2 games.
What? You don't like Persona 4?
Persona 4 fucking sucks. All the characters suck.
Excuse me? Excuse you, sir? Okay, now we're...
I liked them in
okay.
Persona Q. That was a fun game.
Well, it's time to send you to the Shadow Realm, boy.
The only cool character is Yosuke, and it's because I think he's gay. It's the only reason. Otherwise, every other side character in that game sucks.
That's why I play Kingdom Hearts.
That's another podcast. I do want to cover Persona 4 because I want to replay it again.
Oh, boy. Oh, that's
too fucking long, so we'll see.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah,
It's-
that's a
I need
lot
to
of planning.
play the
on my
Persona
part.
games
Oh.
proper.
It's like
Um,
Trails. Too long.
Okay, I actually have a solution for that now, Mike.
What's that?
I have for one, they're all coming to Xbox Game Pass and PC
In a
and all
week.
that. Yeah, there's this thing called a trainer that I found recently. It's basically just a hack mod, and you can bring it up and give yourself level 99 and give yourself infinite XP and the best
I can't do
weapons.
that, though.
It's for the show, though. I mean, if you want to bum rush through it for the show, you can.
Yeah, no, I surprisingly with the Steam Deck, I have realized that I can put a lot of time in a game and beat a game pretty quickly. Actually, like this game, I played this entire game in like a week, and the reverse part in a week almost. Like I've gotten pretty good at time management in my life lately.
Oh, this game's pretty short, though.
It's good.
I put like 20 hours into it.
I put like 30
Again,
into
pretty
Soul
short,
Story.
though, compared to other...
Well, yeah, but I mean, like with Riku's, I think I put like 10 hours in Riku. I had a screenshot of my saves, but that's on my old phone that died. So or not my same phone, but I had to factory reboot my phone.
Yeah,
I was
Mike's
very,
phone blew
very
up.
upset.
I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it
Hey,
happened
that was the
yesterday.
power of darkness.
I was pissed. I luckily I didn't lose too much, but I lost pictures that are mostly all. It's all posted on Facebook, so it doesn't really matter because they're there somewhere. I can go get them, and then I lost my notes for the podcast.
Oh, shit.
That's part. But
I can send you the screenshots you sent me.
I went and grabbed some of those.
Fair enough.
That's how I was able. Because I had my whole season put together almost an entire year, and I'm like, well, that's gone. I was able to. I saved some of it, but that's okay. But yeah, no. Back to what I should be saying. What the hell? Where the hell was I?
I don't know.
Okay,
One thing
I don't
I do
know
wanna
either.
bring
Okay,
up-
what I want to talk about is I like the fact like this game takes a good job. It takes all the bosses from Kingdom Hearts 1 just about, you fought in the Disney world. It puts them into this world and it works. I mean, I
Almost
didn't
all of
mind it.
them. There is
What?
one world very consciously missing.
Oh yeah, because copyright.
Mm-hmm.
What world?
Tarzan.
Deep Jungle.
Tarzan's
Yeah.
never in Kingdom Hearts again, is it? Because of copyright?
Nope. Yep.
Because that's a whole other ass fucking author
Yep.
you gotta pay.
Yep.
But that gets rid of the camouflage chameleon boss, which I was very curious to see how that would translate into a 2D thing.
And we didn't get it.
I forget about the fact. Is Tarzan even on Disney Plus?
That's
curious
a good
now.
question. Let me
They
check
might
real
care
quick.
enough to preserve the cartoon movie because that's like a Disney canon thing, but good luck
No.
seeing it anywhere else.
Or the Tarzan TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Tarzan TV show has outlived its use in Kingdom Hearts, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tarzan, Tarzan
I
2,
think it was the
Tarzan,
Tarzan
and
and
Jane.
Jane show.
Yeah, it's all
They're
there.
all here.
Okay.
Also, George of the Jungle, surprisingly.
Yes, apparently. And Georgia the Jungle, too. Oh, shit.
Weird.
Okay. No, I didn't even think about. I forgot that Tarzan wasn't in here. I just didn't care enough. I mean, there was enough in this game. This game had enough content to it that I was content.
So
Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely.
Enough meaningless content, yes.
I
I
have
kind of wish Alice in Wonderland was gone instead, but you'll do what you can.
I have a weird question.
Yes.
We've all played Kingdom Hearts 2, basically, right?
No.
No? Okay.
I have. Mike has played some of it.
I beat it back in 06, but I remember
beat it.
or 07, but 06. I remembered
He
nothing.
remembers nothing. Okay.
Because
So
cool.
he did not commit it to memory.
Okay, because I was gonna say there's like a couple spoilers I was gonna bring up because it makes more sense context wise, but I'll just leave them, throw them out the window.
Yeah, don't. We'll be getting. We'll be covering it coming up here. So
Yeah, remember it. Commit it to your memory for when we do the discussion of Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah, because one we can roll back into making fun of the story for a little bit. Because Sora enters this castle, and they tell him that his memories will go away, and then you meet a mysterious girl who looks like Kairi with blonde hair, and no one's really sure why. And she has the ability to alter just Sora's memories, right? Just Sora's.
And well, it's framed that it's both Sora and Riku's, and then you learn more about what's going on with Riku. And it's like,
Oh yeah, she can. Yeah, she can. So just give him the option at one point.
Mm-hmm.
makes no sense. I didn't. So I barely knew who she was because I know she's in Kingdom Hearts 2 more. I mean, all the storylines of this really go into Kingdom Hearts 2, which we are covering later this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
June, I think, is when I have it.
that's the plan for the moment.
Yes.
Either way, it's going to happen this year. It might not be June if things go awry, but it's going to happen this year because I want.
Hey, I'm excited. Favorite game of all time for me.
That's impressive.
Yeah, that's going to be a long one.
Yes.
Oh boy.
So this
Oh,
one has some interesting parts. Like as you're going through the tower, they're forgetting everything. And like I got really weirded out at one point when he's like, "I'm doing this for Nami," and then he pulls out the
Dominic.
pendant. He's like, "Nami gave me this." I'm like, "No,
Dominic.
Kairi gave." I'm like, "What the fuck is going on here?" And I knew some of the story, and I'm still fucking confused. I'm like, "Fuck."
It's Namine, I thought.
Nominate.
Nominate.
I don't know. I pronounce things on wrong all the time. I don't even try.
But like that's the point of the game, though, is that like you're supposed to just kind of have this like sinking feeling of watching people forget
Mm-hmm.
bit by bit. And like I think that's the fun part of the story. But again, Sora is such a dumbass that it kind of balances it out, right? Where it's like,
There-
Sora, they told you, just listen.
Well, the idea is supposed to be
Hmm.
like there's like I forgot what does it, but there's like a joke where like there's an interesting point to where they're purposely trying to make him forget. So like if you were in this castle and you were to write something down in your hand, and if you were to look at it an hour later, it will be written differently, and you're not supposed to understand why.
It's a weird ass castle.
Yes, and we will probably learn why at some point.
So, okay, one thing though. So I know that they messed around with their memories, but when did they get a hold of Jiminy's journal in order to
Oh
erase
yeah, that's
it
right,
all?
the journal.
Like I don't think that they ever explain how the hell the whole journal could just like go kaput.
Darkness.
It's
Yes.
it's the way the castle works. Even yeah, that's right. I completely forgot. That's what I was thinking of. That the Jiminy's journal gets completely deleted because that's what the castle's supposed to do. I think besides the fact that they have Naminé completely messing with Sora's memories, the deeper in the castle you go, you're supposed to forget while you're there. You're supposed to forget while you're there, so you'll leave.
Okay.
Also, by the way, that journal totally not coming back later.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So-
that's like the whole plot of Recoded, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That is the whole stupid ass plot of Recoded.
Definitely not playing Recoded.
You don't
Oh, I'm
have
playing
to. I do. Me and Dominic will, but you guys don't have to. We'll do all the weird shit.
I will because I've never actually played it. I've just seen the cutscenes from the collection.
I guess I will too then. God damn it! Because the whole point of Recoded is just this, but instead like Kingdom Hearts 1, Chain of Memories is just Kingdom Hearts 1, but you replace hearts and darkness with memories. In Data, in Data you replace memories with data, so it's like
Recoded, you replace with data. No.
Yeah, there we go.
You replace words with other words, just like they did.
Yeah. Oh, the data's making him evil. Oh, you have to trust your data, Leon, and just that's just.
Hey, luckily that's way later. Well, not way later, but 3 games later.
I mean, in the chronology, it is. I mean, we're in the middle of the chronology right now. We got to get to 358/2 and 2 at least.
Yeah, but I
guess.
I recommend doing 358 after Kingdom Hearts 2 because there's a lot of stuff that goes out that it is set before Kingdom Hearts 2, but there's a lot of stuff that is covered in Kingdom Hearts 2 as well. So, and that game came out first. So
which game?
I think we'll go chronologically, except probably Rechain is probably going to be a bit later.
Oh, it will be way later because I can't replay this that quickly. So I gotta wait a little bit.
I don't. So next one is Kingdom Hearts 2. After that, you can either go 358 over 2 days or Birth by Sleep.
Which one came first?
Birth by Sleep.
We'll do that probably.
Did Birth by Sleep come out first?
Probably.
I looked them up at one point, but I can't remember.
I think Birth by Sleep is first.
Birth by Sleep, I heard, is one of the best ones.
Yes, it is.
Mike was always talking about it. I've always
actually no. 358/2 is first.
Oh, okay.
By the way, shout out to myself. I'm gonna be playing Birth by Sleep for the first week of February on First Strike. So
okay,
nice.
I don't think it'll be the first time though, is it?
No, obviously not. Obviously not.
Another thing I want to go over in this game that is how different you can make your decks too, because you have, and then whenever you level up, you get 3 choices. You get to either raise your card power, which gives you lets you hold more cards in your deck. You get to raise your HP, or you get new slights, which are new abilities that suck. But those are the 3 choices that you get in this game.
Yes.
In Sora's campaign, yes. The slights, meh.
I just don't like them.
In Rico's campaign,
you have to.
Mm-hmm. Obligatory.
It's the most interesting parts of this game for me, whereas the game progresses and you fight a lot of I like the Organization 13 members. I thought they were very interesting.
I mean, they are the most interesting part of this whole game.
And there's a lot of them in this.
Yeah,
there is.
At least half of 13.
There's Axel, Roxine, Marluxia, Vexen, Latius, and
Zexion.
And you kill 2 of them in this game, right?
No, you kill...
It's 4 of them.
5 of them?
You kill pretty much everyone except for Axel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Yes.
I'm going to assume kills in quotes here.
Quote unquote, yeah.
Well, that doesn't get explained until later as to why that exists.
It's a fucking weird ass game.
I love it though. It's so great.
We're not gonna
take it.
You know, actually, what we should do?
It's a long explanation of why we're using the quote unquote.
Oh, it's fine. I don't want to know.
Either before or after we do Coded. No, it should be probably either before or after we do Coded. We should also do The World Ends With You.
Okay. I've been wanting to play that. I just haven't bought it on PC yet.
Because I know that Neku is in Dream Drop Distance.
Yeah.
Who the hell is Neku?
The protagonist from
The World Ends With You.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do it. It's been on my list to play it for years, so it wouldn't be a bad thing for me to actually play it.
Also, it partially makes me think that The World Ends With You is going to be casually mentioned throughout the Kingdom Hearts series because of what happens in Dream Drop Distance.
Well, I mean, 4, everything we see about 4 is it's supposed to be more realistic. He wakes up in Tokyo, right?
Yeah, but it's not the same Shibuya as in The World Ends With You, apparently.
Yeah, it's supposed to be fake Japan.
Yeah.
It's almost like you guys talk in different language sometimes when we talk Kingdom Hearts. It really is.
I mean, it is like talking a different language. You definitely have to learn it.
I just can't get over how much stuff in this game, when you go into 2. When I went into 2 and nothing made sense in 2, and it's I didn't play this.
Yes, yeah.
I think that's just interesting. Okay, The World Ends With You is not on Steam. Just the sequel is. Neo.
Oh, that sucks.
I can play it. It's a big hand. You need a lot of touchscreen, right, though?
Yeah,
On
for the
DS,
original one,
on the
yes.
DS version. I think
There's
the
a
Switch
Switch
version does streamline it.
But people hate the Switch version, so I don't know.
Can you play the original version, like, let's say, with a mouse and a controller in the other hand? Would that work?
That seems difficult because you're literally doing two battle systems at once.
No, that's the point.
Okay, so that's how, like, if I would ask you to play this legit, it would have been kind of like that, where I had one hand on using the left side of the controller and the other hand touching the screen.
If that's how you use the,
Yes,
that's how you.
it's
Go ahead.
it's kind of like your left hand is doing DDR and your right hand is swiping.
Okay, I could probably pull that off on a keyboard then,
Swipe or no swiping?
because I'm trying to play more DS games that I missed.
Such a good game.
I thankfully was able to grab The World Ends With You. It was on clearance at GameStop a long time ago for like $10. And it looks like whether you buy it at GameStop or at eBay, it's still going to cost you $40.
Oh yeah, the DS is such a good console.
I don't even have a DS, so.
Hey, I actually have a copy of The World Ends With You.
Oh, I see. I'm
DS
looking up. Okay, I could probably pull this off on a mouse.
It's something that'll take time to get used to either way, but you might be able to do it. Kind
Also,
of like Chain of Memories.
Chain Memories does. Yeah, thank you. It does take a lot to get into the hang of how this game works and what it expects you to do. And
Yes.
I mean, the cards are really, like, I thought it was really stupid at first, but as the game progressed, I really got into it. And if you play a higher card and they play a lower card, you counter their card and then they get stunned, or you get stunned, vice versa. And it didn't bother me until the final bosses, where I'm like, these fuckers keep countering everything I do.
Yeah.
Or when I sold all my zero cards.
I cannot get over how much I really like this game. Coming back to it again,
Same.
it just feels so stark and just such like for what comes off as like a Gaiden type story where nothing should matter even though it does.
I mean, everything
They
matters in this.
elevate
I
it.
mean, this game is such a. If you go into 2 and don't play this game, two will
I'm
make
sure.
no fucking sense.
But like it has all the trappings where it's like it reuses the first game's worlds. It just has like a whole new area just for this game kind of thing, even though I know it comes back later. Like it should be a spin-off, but it's not.
Yeah.
And I think the gameplay and things like that really elevate it to being a mainline kind of game.
And as much as I hate to admit it, what is it? I think it's kind of weird because you could also technically, if you really wanted to, you could play this without playing 1. Because I feel
Which
like
I did.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. You could play this without playing 1 and actually still get most of the story beat.
Sacrilege.
The only thing you probably won't understand is why Ansem's such a bad person in Riku's story side.
Because the darkness.
Or why Kyrie is so important, other than she's a friend.
She's a girl I like. That's why she's important.
It's funny that Kyrie is like in the cover art of the game, and you only see her like once.
Like twice.
In a 3D cutscene on the GBA again. I have to mention.
God, that thing is crunchy.
Mhm. Mhm.
Like they even fit fucking Simple and Clean over the credits, and it is also crunchy,
Yeah.
It is.
but it's great.
I will say that I was, for the most part, impressed with how the music sounded here. Like,
Oh, the music in general is good. Good.
like a lot of them are like very spot on the same. Like, obviously, they're all the same tracks from the first game. It's just a little bit more compressed to fit into a GBA chipset, but a lot of them sounded almost identical to the original one. There's a couple ones where you hear it and you're like, yeah, that's a chiptune.
I pulled a mic. I had South Park on in the background the whole time I was playing this. So
I didn't. Yeah, I listened to some. Okay.
I listened to
one.
some. I didn't listen
There was
to all
one
of it.
song that kept playing in my head because when I got to a certain area, I had to play it. I'm gonna hum it. I had to. I mean, I don't know what it was, but the tune version of Little Mermaid song was just. I loved it. I was like, under the sea, under the sea.
Actually, you know what? Atlantica here is the best that it's ever been in any of the games because you don't have to swim.
Jesus
Yes.
Christ, you're right.
That was okay. I also really like those jellyfish as a sprite. I don't know what it was. Stuff like this makes me want to make perler art, but I can't add another thing to my life. Otherwise,
God, Mike.
I can't. I mean, it's not happening. But like, whenever I see sprite work like that, I'm like, fuck, I want to make, it makes me want to do perler art because it would just be. I love sprites and making sprites in the perler art is so cool.
Mike, are you gonna?
Or there has to be art in Etsy.
Oh, I mean, there is. I have a friend that does further art that's been on the show a few times, Alyssa. She actually made me a Karama that's on the floor because my little bastard kitten knocked it down. I didn't pick it up. But I have a few. I also have a Hollow Knight 2 to the right of me.
Ooh,
Mike,
my boy.
Yes.
Are you ever going to do Mega Man Battle Network?
At some point, yeah.
Yeah, that has-
yeah.
yeah, that's got great sprite art.
I'm working my way through the Mega Man series. We just did 8. We're doing 9 for sure this year, and I'm doing X5 later this season. So I'm getting
Battle Network 2 was my shit as a kid. Oh my god. Like Chain of Memories, Battle Network 2 is so good.
Never played any of them.
They're great games.
I
It's kind of like
definitely beat Battle Network 1. I don't remember if I ever beat any of the other ones.
The HD collection is coming out this year, so that is a good
That
way
is
to do it, I guess.
Yep.
Battle.
Main story, 14 hours for Battle Network, Mike.
Okay. I mean,
How long?
hey, 14 hours is completely doable for me.
I mean, I was in on the anime as a kid. I
I-
loved LAN. I loved Mega Man NT.
Hey, I'm gonna say it. I like Mega Man Battle Network more in this game. So
Yeah. Same concept, kind of too. Like if this was at like a 5, Battle Network cranks up to like an 8.
yes,
All the chip stuff and everything.
Yeah, it's a really cool way of doing cards as chips that is actually more interesting in some ways in this battle system. But I still really like this game.
I do too. The only enemies I didn't like in this game is I really don't like the barrel
Fantastic.
enemies.
Oh, the barrels.
Fucking
Yeah.
hate the barrel. Okay, I hated some of the final enemies. I stopped leveling near the end areas because it was miserable. But I really hate the barrel enemies. They just
barrels
Barrel
are
enemies are fine as long as you have cards above 4.
yeah. They never go above 4. So
didn't like them.
you can just like cancel them out and just they are very easy XP. Like
They annoyed the hell out of me.
I want to say the dragons also gave me some issues whenever they did their high kicks in your face.
But they're dragons.
Yeah,
they're
I do like dragons.
wyverns, my people. Wyverns.
Yeah, I know. I'm a
Not
sucker for
dragons.
anything that flies.
Dragon family. So I want to talk a little bit more about the story before we get into like the really weird part of this game that I think all of us enjoyed. So we get through the weird castle parts, and Sora realizes he's being brainwashed because ironically he fought. Does he realize? Well, besides that, do we realize Riku's a replica before the weird like they have the same fake memories?
I don't think so. You think it's Riku? I thought it was Riku.
Okay, so you think it's
you're
Riku the whole
supposed to think
time.
Riku is
It's
just
meant-
been fucked with as well.
for you to
don't-
think that it's the real Riku.
You don't find out it's a replica until you play Riku's storyline.
No, they tell you beforehand.
they tell you in the main campaign.
Okay.
Because then that Riku has a change of heart and blah 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 and comes to your side, blah blah blah.
Oh yeah, after you fight him a few times.
Yes.
Played him fucking 4 times in this.
Yeah.
Yep.
In just Sora story, then you fight him in Riku's story too.
Yep.
That first
much.
phase Marluxia fight is harder than the second phase.
Yeah, the first phase was much harder.
Yeah, because he teleports and he throws out fucking flower petals and all this other
Yeah.
bullshit.
The second
But
phase
Riku's-
wasn't that bad of a. It wasn't that bad of a final boss, to be honest.
Riku's differences in his battle system are still very interesting too. I just want to point out because like you're not focusing on building the deck as much, but it's like he hits harder and he's faster in a way that's very satisfying once you're done playing as Sora.
Yeah, it's
Holy
very
shit, I can really fly now.
it's very much free DLC, and I think that's
Yes.
like the most interesting part of the whole situation.
I definitely like it.
Rebirth situation.
I'm glad it exists.
Yes.
I was blown away and like when I was in college playing through it, like, oh, there's a whole other campaign. Holy shit.
I
also-
didn't even know about it until
Because they did this and Astro Boy Omega Factor back to back, and that has a very similar revelation.
Another game I never played yet.
The game is so much bigger once you start playing through it.
Not my make a list of stuff I'll never get to, I'm sure. But okay. Some of the things I want to mention.
Trails.
Man,
I think, Joe, you wanted to talk about a couple things, though.
Sure, Joel, please.
Oh no, it's just like the story for this game's also really good. That's really much all I want to get at. They set up a lot up to for the game, and that's pretty much the only thing that I want to talk about because it doesn't really explain very well, but explains why Sora is in the big flower pod at the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2, and Naminé explains that she'll be able to rebuild his memories through whatever means that she's able to do it with her. I don't think you know why she's able to do it in this. I think it just she's just kind of manipulating him in general. You have the tease that Axel is the traitor and that he's the one that's gonna go report to their superior.
Superior.
Which they don't ever say who's in charge of Organization 13,
No.
right?
No, they hint at it because when in Riku's campaign, when he arrives, there's like the cutscene with Laxius, Sexion, and Vexen, and they're like, he smells of the superior. And they kind of tease.
Don't they say he smells like him for like a second though, or something?
Yes, there's this faint scent that reminds of the superior or something like that.
With Riku?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So it's essentially okay.
For
So
reasons.
Well, I don't think it's too hard to figure out what the reasons are in this case.
Well.
I'm gonna just say it. I'm assuming it's Ansem.
No,
it is because of Ansem, but
Yeah, it is because Ansem. You have the fact that Ansem in Riku's storyline, Ansem's still kind of hiding out in his body. You have that final Ansem fight, which actually is fucking hard.
Fuck that fight.
And I was only able to beat him through sheer ADD paranoia.
I can't believe you
I
beat him.
know I've done it before. I'm still got to get to that part, but I'm very cautious now, having heard about it again.
Oh God. Okay, so anyone who listens to the show knows that I finish almost every game for the show, especially with save states. I mean, the way I justify it is I beat this game, credits rolled when you beat Sora's campaign, and then you get Riku's campaign, which I consider, like you guys said earlier, DLC. So don't count. And I couldn't do it, even with save states. This fight just was ridiculous hard.
I'm not gonna lie, I got lucky.
You have to.
Got lucky, yeah, because I did a couple of Firagas. I was able to successfully dodge a few of his attacks, and I was able to get a couple of hits. Because one thing with Riku that's I think is really interesting, and he really does play like a better character, is whenever he's in dark mode, his second hit of his 3-hit combo stuns the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So you have to. I was able to get maybe 2 or 3 hits on him because of that, and I don't know that those dark Firagas knock out. I want to say maybe 25% of his health.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, and
That's
I think
a lot.
as long as you don't do all 9s, I think if you do like a 6, 7, 8, you'll get Dark Firaga no matter what.
Okay. When I watched the speedrun of it, because there's a speedrun of on Awesome Game Done Quick of the Riku's campaign that I found on one of those. She fought him 4 or 5 times before she just got lucky. She said she's like, he's just giving me bad pattern.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't. I mean, okay, yeah, she had no HP because she doesn't level that up, but it's just still such a fucking hard fight. Like it's just you have to get a lucky beginning. And then she would just stun lock him, like you were saying, I think. But she was jumping and hitting him constantly, and he would still fuck her up. Like I can usually do almost everything with save states. I'm just like, fuck this. I just couldn't. It just broke me, and I just was like, you know what? I have other games I got to play for this show.
Yeah.
I'm done.
What do you guys think?
You beat the main campaign.
Yeah, that's why.
That's fine.
I wanted to beat Riku's campaign, but I'm like, this.
You'll
is
come back
too
to it
much.
in like a little while. Be like, oh, I can do this now.
I could, but I haven't deleted it. One thing I do every game I beat, I delete it off my Steam Deck or off wherever I have it on because I'm done. I didn't delete that in case I want to go back, but I don't know if I'm going to. So,
It's one fight. It's one fight.
I know, but
It's not good.
What do you guys think darkness smells like?
I'll say bad. I'll say
I want to
shitty.
say like burnt marshmallows.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's probably not. I don't think it's anything that's like pungent. It's just like, I don't know, like just disturbing and subtle.
I do want to say like how awesome it is that there's a whole nother campaign that you can play as in this game with Riku.
Yes.
Like that really is a cool thing, and I really
also-
appreciate it.
And also Mickey's just there.
Yeah, and I mean, well, I'm okay. And you
No,
fight bosses that
he's-
you don't fight in Sora's. I mean, you fight a lot of the same bosses, but you also fight new bosses that you never fought before.
Yes.
And there's so much story about what's going on with Organization 13, and
But the fact that your first boss is Maleficent is amazing.
Oh yeah.
yes,
That dragon is such low HP.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the
You're
cool
also
thing
amazing.
about Riku's campaign is that this is like Riku's redemption arc. This is where, he starts that redemption up to becoming the best boy.
This also has my favorite line of his of all time, which is I'll walk the road to twilight and the road of dawn, or the road to dawn.
Yeah.
Which is the coolest way to walk, like the I'm evil, but I'm not like I'm good guy evil, not bad guy evil.
Road, the only one that I have ever known.
There's a holy trinity of emo antagonists that are in the 2000s. It's Shadow the Hedgehog, it's Riku, and it's Sasuke.
Yes. And they are
the
all
same energy.
And they are all technically the same character.
Yeah.
They're always better than protagonist. Two of them.
Yep.
There's the two of them have the relationship with the main character that is just lovely.
Oh boy.
I don't ship Sonic and Shadow, but the other two perfectly fine.
He's the Vegeta of the game. I don't know.
Yeah, he's trying to beat Sora. I don't know enough about this series because I've never played past 2.
Riku Deadass just is better than Sora. Like,
I can't wait to see
the only
more of the
reason,
series.
the only reason why Sora is like is because Nomura wants him as the protagonist, but Riku's clearly the better the better character.
It's
I
fine.
just like that all these just writers and like developers, they just had this idea of this character, and they always overshadowed the hero. They always became the fan favorite.
Yeah, Riku's the Zero of the Mega Man X universe.
I'm surprised we haven't gotten a Riku-centric game. Honestly, we might.
We don't
Man,
get a ton of games in the series in general, I
wish-
feel.
I wish we got a Riku, like just Riku, like straight up just Riku.
I mean, I guess there are a lot of games this year. I mean, it's just such a weird fucking I was looking up after we played 2, the next game technically would be coded, the mobile version, which we can't play because it doesn't exist anymore. And then it's 358 over 2 days, which we will play, and then it recoded and then it's Birth by Sleep, then it's recoded.
And then the round recode is when we do World Ends With You. But to your point, though, like most people played Recoded when Recoded came out. Not as many people played it when Coded was happening.
Yeah, I mean,
think,
coded wasn't a thing here because it was Japanese only.
Yeah. There's
Which I don't think we're gonna do like fucking back cover, but
I mean, we can like that would just be like watching a movie and maybe discussing it.
what would be?
back cover is
cover.
the newer
Yeah.
mobile one, right?
Oh, the
Back
Union
cover,
Cross?
no, back cover is Key, Kingdom Hearts Key.
Yeah, the X key, whatever.
Yeah.
It is.
It's a recap of what happens in the mobile game. Like, there's no actual tangible way to play those games.
But there's a movie for it or something we could do?
Yeah, it's not a movie. It's just like a recap, and it's not a good recap. Like it doesn't.
It's not a good recap. We're better off like going to YouTube and typing in like all of
The companion film is in Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue.
God,
Yes.
fucking Kingdom Hearts is so weird. We'll see, maybe. Because, I mean, hell, we're going all in on this.
I'm down. I am so down.
So if I got volunteers that want to suffer, why not?
Look,
I'm here.
Oh, and we're covering each HD release separately too, right?
no.
Like Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. No, I don't plan to. I mean, unless maybe way down the road we decide to go back and play. Like,
We'll do HD 1.5, HD 2.5. The all-in-one package is a separate episode.
No. No.
That's too much. I mean, I'm willing to do recode of memories or rechain of memories at some point.
I'm kidding.
Hey,
Okay.
Mike.
I was gonna say like
Mike, I will say though that for Kingdom Hearts 2, that you do need to play Final Mix, not the original version, because there is a lot of things that are added to Kingdom Hearts 2 that are cutscene and story related. Like, it's not just one boss battle like in Final Mix 1.
Is Kingdom Hearts 2 as hard as 1 was?
No.
I struggled tough with 1, but
No. Again, Kingdom Hearts 2 is my favorite game of all time. The gameplay is the most balanced that it is in the entire series. Like,
okay.
There's a reason why there's an entire speed run.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna check something.
I guess I can play the Final Mix version. That's fine. I still want to play the PS2 version.
like it's fine, but again, there is a lot of content that they added for Final Mix of Kingdom Hearts 2. Like in Kingdom Hearts 1, it was just that one boss battle in Hollow Bastion, and maybe some added cutscenes here and there that they weren't voice acted. Here, when they localized it, because Final Mix never came to the West until the 2.5 collection.
Okay.
And they added like those cutscenes and with voice acting, like they got the voice actors back to record extra lines and all that. So
All right, I forgot this, but when I first got my PS4 like years ago, it's been years. I bought Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 plus 2.5 remix with the intention of playing them.
Okay.
And I haven't done anything with it yet. But yeah, so yeah, I'll do 2.
I mean,
Real.
Mike,
Fine.
there's always easy mode.
Oh, yeah, then I'm on board. I don't.
There's
you
also
don't have to play it on.
there's also the thing that I said too. There's a whole speed running community dedicated to Kingdom Hearts 2. Like that game, if you really wanted to, you could beat it like on level 1 for shits and
Okay,
giggles.
it's not. I don't. I mean, I beat 1 as a kid. I beat the original 2 as a kid too. I beat it in 06 when I first came to Minnesota the first time before I left. So okay, yeah, we'll be doing that. Okay, I'll play the final mix when we get there.
Yeah, because it like you can play the original if you want, but again, there is a lot of added content in terms of story and stuff that will also come back later. So
Because 2 is when they start really realizing what they have, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
When they start really diving deep into this craziness.
yeah, it doesn't really absolutely go off the rails bonkers until Dream Drop Distance, in my opinion. But
I agree. I completely agree with that statement because very, very weird shit happens in that game.
like up until up until Dream Drop Distance, everything else was coherent.
No, there's a weird moment in Birth
Yeah,
of Sleep that's fucking weird.
It's so interesting, Dominic. Like we have, so in this episode, I have me and Dominic, who only have played very little, and I have Manuel and Joe who played this entire series. It's a very interesting dynamic for this quest.
I love this.
Yeah, I'm really excited for you guys to go like what for just like I can't even think of a very minor spoiler. It doesn't matter, but if I can compare it to anything, it's like JoJo Bizarre Adventure, where like you hear stuff where it's like in JoJo, you're like, oh, what happens in part 4? Oh, JoJo beats up a plate of spaghetti because it looks suspicious. Well, why does that happen? Oh, don't worry about it. When you get there, you'll get there.
I was gonna say it's like we're watching Breaking Bad, except you two have watched Breaking Bad entirely, and we're just watching it for the first time.
I've never seen Breaking Bad.
I've never seen Breaking Bad.
It just as an example. But
yeah.
358 by 2 days is 26 and a half hours?
What?
So this isn't how long to beat.
Oh, god damn. Why is that? Okay, now I understand why people don't like that game.
Is it that long?
Wait, what game?
358.
2 days.
Uh-uh.
Oh, that's not how long it says.
God.
I'm looking up the writer of Kingdom Hearts 2 because it's a single person who's written it, just like Chain of Memories. Kazushige Nojima.
This is Christ, 26 and a half hours.
Oh,
Nojima seems to be okay. He did Kingdom Hearts 2, then he worked on Crisis Core, and then he worked on the Subspace Emissary with Sakurai.
Okay.
What a career!
Damn.
That makes sense. Subspace Emissary is the best of the Smash Brothers game.
But also he was working with everybody like Final Fantasy X and Kingdom Hearts and 10-2, which is oh god, what a life. Touching all these games. 7, 8,
10-2, the best magical girl game.
Mike, have you covered 10 yet?
No, I've only covered Final Fantasy 6. I haven't really dived into that series. As much as I love that series, I haven't really gotten there yet.
Maybe once we finish Kingdom Hearts, we'll do 10 and 10-2. All of the Kingdom Hearts.
Sure.
Emmanuel, how dare you?
What?
The best Final Fantasy magical girl game is 13-2. Excuse you. Or 13-3.
I don't like the 13.
I've never really gotten into them yet.
I did not have playing 13.
I have given 13 3 shots, never liked it. So no.
But I mean, if I'm asked to play 13, maybe.
So recoded is 16 hours apparently. Birth by Sleep is anywhere between 26 and 29 hours.
2 days that long, do you guys think? Or that's
I don't know because I've never played it. That's the thing.
I think it'll be fine. I think we'll be fine.
You've never played it as much as you love the series.
Because they were on DS and I did not have it. I only had a 3DS.
You don't emulate, right?
And I did
you don't have a YouTube show where you emulate games, old games, right? Those are all legit.
I don't care about these.
Well, so I'm gonna have to go.
If it's not on if it wasn't on the PS4 collection, I don't care.
What were you gonna say, Joe?
I'm gonna have to agree with Emmanuel too. When I had a 3DS growing up, but what was it? 358 was actually like physically fucking hard to find because Kingdom Hearts had officially blown up after 2. So when that came out, I remember going to every store, could not find it.
Hey, fun fact: I have all the games, anyways. So I just don't.
I think it won't be a problem to play 358 over 2. We'll just get through it. It'll be fine.
Yeah,
I'm really curious about it now, like because I also was looking up a Let's Play video. They were playing it the same way I'm going to play it. They were playing it, on a computer.
What I've heard about 358 over 2 days is that the story is the most important thing in that game. Like, going through the certain characters' day-to-day thing. The gameplay is very lacking.
We'll see.
And it's not card-based. It is straight up just action RPG, but it's like very bare bones or repetitive, I think is what, like more repetitive than the mainline games.
I don't mind repetitive, to be honest.
Neither do I.
I thought it was Tetris based.
No.
Like your equipment is like on a Tetris board, and when you level up, it gets bigger.
I have no idea. I've never played, so I don't know. I don't know how it plays. I've just seen the cutscenes in the collection, and I've heard this from other people. So, yeah. It's the opposite of Recoded, because apparently people say Recoded plays way better than 358, but the story is meaningless, and it is meaningless because I've seen the cutscenes, and it's the equivalent of the Disney worlds in Chain of Memories.
We're gonna do it.
I know.
We're doing it all.
I know.
I just love hearing all of this. She's like, okay, we're doing it.
I don't know why, but we are.
I'll hate it, but sure.
But I'm looking more into Nojima here, and he is the guy behind Fabula Nova Crystallis.
So Final Fantasy 13.
And the original scenario for 15 as well,
15,
as a result. So this guy is the guy. If we're talking about what makes Square Enix so strange and weird.
Yes, Final Fantasy 15.
It is Kazushige Nojima.
The game that may or may not have anything to do with Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh, you're thinking about Final Fantasy 13 versus 13.
Yeah, I am thinking of Final
We
Fantasy.
are going down a
13.
weird rabbit hole.
Oh,
Yeah, we are.
Oh boy.
Any other things you want to say that we haven't mentioned yet that pops in your head?
This game's a classic.
This game's great. I wouldn't mind, hopefully down the line, like someone does, like, because I know a lot of fan games are coming out. If someone decided to like try to rip this off and try to like turn it into their own game kind of thing.
My God, Nojima also wrote Stranger of Paradise.
Oh boy,
That game is great.
I have not played. I played the demo. I did not get the game.
I was just talking about it last night, where the bet you're playing a great game whenever the first boss is introduced and the main character, the boss you fight, goes, "You can't beat chaos. It's physically impossible." And the main character goes, "Bullshit," and he turns on his Sony Walkman to play Limp Bizkit. to play Limp Bizkit on his Sony Bluetooth earbuds, and then you find out that Limp Bizkit song was made specifically for this game.
Yes, love it. This is everything I need.
I hate it.
Yeah, I think we ran out of stuff to say. If we're going down that road now.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, this is great. Yeah, it was a great game.
Let's go on to questions, comments, or memories. I did get a few, actually. So people did have stuff to say. So I have a few things to read.
Yeah.
Pull that up real quick. First, we'll go from the Kingdom Hearts community Facebook group that I joined at some point. From Mario G. This is Chain of Memories, not Circle. The wrong
Circle
game.
of Memories.
Chain of Memories GBA was my second Kingdom Hearts game, but my first Kingdom Hearts game I own. I understand that people don't like the card system, but it's actually not that difficult. The most essential thing about this game is to raise your CP. The more cards you have, the more of a chance you have of defeating your opponent. From Nawaf, Chain of Memories, I played first time on emulator. Controls are good, but playing with keyboard was not good. I forgot about it and left it and played the PS2 version better. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm assuming English or not. Okay, and from Christy Lynn, this was my second game in the series. My twin sister and I always played together, and this one was special because we got to take it with us on long drives to visit family in another state, and we were little. Each time I come back to this title on either Game Boy or PlayStation, I like it more and more. Playing this game, I felt the dread of Sora and friends continuing up the stairs, forgetting things that were important, but like that they had no choice but to press on. I love this game for all the ways it made me feel and think, and was a huge indication that the series was going to get bigger. It introduced the organization and asked questions of the player, having to confront truth and perspectives.
Oh, that just reminds me, this game also has a co-op link cable function.
What's that?
Oh,
Yeah, it's like a Mega Man Battle Network. You basically, as if you open up the game, there's new game, continue, Sora, Riku, and Link. Basically, you fight a shadow version. Whoever has on your copy, your friend has a shadow version, and vice versa, kind of thing. But you basically use your deck to fight your friend.
Oh, interesting. That's cool.
Huh.
Yeah,
And I never knew that.
it's kind of like Mega Man Battle Network. You just kind of use your decks against each other and see who has a better deck.
That's
Bigger
cool.
deck.
Hey, I never had a link cable or friends to play with, so
I never
did.
did that.
Well,
That
the
show was
French made a long
complicated.
No, the whole GBA stuff. But it's cool. Okay, that's cool that it exists, though.
Mhm.
I still can't get over how the series went to frickin' Game Boy Advance with their second game, and then that's what threw me off. How weird it gets. How many systems this series goes on as time progresses.
Literally almost
love
all
it.
the series, all the consoles.
And I didn't play handheld. That was my biggest issue. I missed out on so much stuff. But yeah,
And now it's like we don't even have that luxury anymore.
yeah,
Kind-
everything is just
I mean,
everything. I play
Like,
everything
if there-
PC. So
If there was a
Exactly.
GBA equivalent today, we might get that Riku side story more easier.
I mean, there's
there's a Switch and the Steam Deck, so.
I mean, I played this on a Steam Deck, which was a great way to play it, by the way.
So you're
It was-
telling me you guys haven't seen the Kingdom Hearts game that plays like Pokemon Go yet?
There is one.
Yeah, it's coming out.
I love
Oh,
Pokemon Go, but I'm
right.
done.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you make your own character and you find areas and you all beat the shit out of Heartless together. Yeah, that's coming out.
Mm-mm.
Anyway, Melody of Memory is going to be great to play, I'm sure.
Oh God! I still have my copy sealed.
I need to buy that. I haven't played that one yet either.
I don't
Hey,
have
it's
it.
on now. All the Kingdom Hearts games are on PS Plus Extra. So
All right, and I have a couple from I watched the entire Orbital Replay group. I have two. From Brian Brown. I like to point out that Axel's famous line, "Got it memorized," was said at some point in this game as committed to memory. We've been making fun of for a while.
which I'm still trying to figure out if in Rechain of Memories they changed it back to Got It Memorized, or if they actually left it as committed to memory.
Does Axel show up that much in the series then after this?
Yes.
Dude, Axel is like top tier, one of the most important characters in this fucking series.
Okay, I knew he's in two.
He's in-
I didn't realize
I just
he's
know-
going.
Like the one screenshot I've seen of 358/2 is he's in that 358/2, I'm pretty sure.
Yes,
Very-
and he's in the other games.
Very fun. They even mention it in the series in 3. There's a part where Axel literally goes, "You can't get rid of me. I'm a fan favorite."
I'm a fan favorite. Yes. Oh, I love that. Oh, so good.
I can't believe how many games are between 2 and 3.
He is like so. So here's the deal. My three favorite. I know that we're getting to the questions, Mike, but my three favorite characters in the whole series are Riku, Aqua, and Axel. Like
I like Roxy.
I
three.
forgot Sora.
Sora's a dumbass.
God, Sora just keeps going downhill with each new entry, man. He's dumber and dumber instead of.
Okay. I'm so excited to traverse this series with you guys. Like, it feels so good to finally get the next part of this done. Like, it's been a long time coming.
It'll be even better
found
when we
it.
get to Kingdom Hearts 2.
I
Which is
found
fine,
it.
Joe.
They do change it in the Recreate Memories.
Okay.
Yeah, it says who. It says, yeah, I found it. It says who am I? I'm Axel. Got it memorized. So yeah, they did.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
so see, more proof that Nomura didn't know. They didn't have it committed to memory.
I like committed
Again,
memory though.
Nomura or the localization team.
That's true too.
Yeah,
Could
could
be
have been
localization.
Yeah.
Does. All right, I do have one other one to read from this group from Natalia Tucker. It's a long one, but I'm going to read it. Chain of Memories was my first introduction to Kingdom Hearts, and as a kid without a non-handheld console, would be my only Kingdom Hearts game I fully played for several years. Given its position as a sequel to KH1 and a prequel to KH2 and a well-known as convoluted series, you'd think I might have stonewalled by Chain of Memories before having a chance to truly get into it. However, all the potential hurdles ended up sparking my imagination, increasing the sense of wonder and fact. It's a place so far out of the norm from my young gaming mind, it's probably a significant part of what made me truly fall in love with games as a medium. That said, it's certainly a double-edged keyblade, but whenever I've returned to the game, it holds up better in terms of story and gameplay than many others in the series. I know I'm almost for sure in the minority on my love for it. That's okay. No game is for everyone. Some games are only for very specific people. Chain of Memories was and still is very much for me. All right.
Double H Keyblade is a real thing, by the way. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. Oh, I can't wait. I'm gonna try. Besides, we're doing 2 this year for sure. I'm gonna try to get another one in this year, but we'll see because I want to get through this damn series. So, and from the Giant Bomb group from Chris Murray, I got to the end and my deck was not good enough to beat the game. I 100% get that, especially if you sell all your cards, like I did.
Or not have one blue card to open up the last door, like I did.
Oh,
That's
that
what loveliness
sucks.
for. And from Chad Fujihara, the one thing that stands out most to me is the fact that this game managed to squeeze in full motion video cutscenes in a GBA game. I don't think they were voiced, but it was impressive nonetheless.
No, it wasn't voiced.
Yeah, they were not voiced.
So I had a weird question with that too. During the
Yes.
credits, it shows it shows cutscenes. Are those drawn or were those like CGI generated?
That is a very good question because I was asking the same thing.
It must be CGI, right? If the other ones are CGI.
They look
Yeah,
hand drawn.
Yeah, and they are.
Pixelated.
It's the weirdest thing because there are those stills of supposed cutscenes that should have been in the game, but I guess they didn't put them in the game. So I don't know.
All right, and I got a few more to read after I reload my screen. From Dylan Caudhill, I think it was the beginning of my love for card battlers. Also, the remake of this was disappointing in my opinion.
Mhm.
Yeah, here's a good one from Des Fleming.
Oh,
Hey,
boy.
look, it's the only good Kingdom Hearts game.
Oh, that's a lie. That's a goddamn
Yep.
lie.
give me their address. I'm gonna grab my keyblade and
The funny
Yeah,
thing,
commit
you
it to their
have a
memory.
literal Keyblade,
I do.
which
You
we
grab
can't
your
see. We're not
Keyblade.
on camera, but I know you have one.
You grab your Keyblade. I'll grab mine. Let's go, Emanuel.
I got a
Alright, let's
Master
go.
Sword, not that far from me, actually, on the table.
Hey, there's some fan art of a Master Sword Keyblade out there, so hey, anything can be a Keyblade. Let's go.
I told my wife I want to bring the Master Sword upstairs because I always get worried someone's gonna break in our house, and I want to have the. And she's like, "You're not bringing the sword upstairs."
Baby, I hope you brought protection. Don't worry, baby. I got the Master
What a
Sword
damn sword.
here.
Oh my! I always have a fear someone's gonna break in my house. Like my dog will bark, and I'll go, "Okay." I mean, I live in a really safe neighborhood, and I'll walk around, but I'm like, what would freak out somebody more? A guy walking around naked carrying a Master Sword? Like, even if they have a gun, they're gonna be shocked. Okay.
Dominic,
I would
do you
do
have any? Dominic, do you have any real weapons?
Just my darkness.
That is the most powerful weapon of all. Darkness.
Okay, I have a couple more comments to read from the Game Boy Paradise group. From Dan Merlio. I've never played a Kingdom Hearts game before, but bought it this last year. We'll get to it eventually. Good luck if you haven't played anything else. This will be weird as fuck.
Yep.
But I think it's a good game. We'll get there shortly. From John Cockrell, I didn't have a PS2 growing up, so this was the first Kingdom Hearts game I owned. I did really enjoy this game at the time and for what it was. I played it so much, got soared to level 99, and I usually never do that sort of thing. All right, and then from John Saunders, I was like 16 and couldn't beat the final boss. It's because it's not easy. It's hard as fuck. So
I mean, final boss thugging Marluxia or final boss that piece of crap final boss?
I would say Marluxia because I mean the whole thing was it's extra content. It's just really, I mean, hell, in this day and age, it would have been another game they would have sold you.
I meant normal Marluxia or like final phase Marluxia. Because final phase Marluxia is just a long bloated boss battle, but
Yeah, it was.
the actual real boss battle is the first phase Marluxia, honestly.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Second phase
actually-
Marluxia is basically just the Kingdom Hearts 1 boss at the end all over again.
Yeah,
Which
but now in 2D.
which
Um,
actually now that I remember, we great by it, but the boss battles for the majority were a joke. Oogie
Yeah.
Boogie was a joke. The Trickster was a joke. The
Moses was
Ursula
kind of
was
an
a
asshole.
joke. Like Hades is probably literally the only one that gives you like a hard time. Like he's
Maleficent was a little rough.
Because you're so early, yeah.
I
And
think
just the platforms and shit that they were doing. Like
I think-
having to jump up in the rock.
Yeah, I agree
Yeah.
with you.
I think the organization fights were probably also some of the harder ones too.
oh yeah.
And that Maleficent fight was also hard. I agree.
I died on it.
I think I died once and then I figured it out and I was like just kept
You're still
spamming on it.
you're so early. You're so one thing we also should mention: you can choose the world you want to do in whatever order you like, certain kind of order.
Yes.
You get to
Yep.
pick from 4 to 4 or something like that. So that is cool that they have that.
But yeah, and by the way, there's a Winnie the Pooh world. Not that you would know because we all skipped it, I think, right?
I did it.
I was trying to do it and then
What's the point of it?
I couldn't quite get Pooh to do what I wanted, so I just kept
Yeah.
walking and then I got to the end and I'm like, oh, I can just leave. All
That's
right.
what I did. I just walked through it and finished it, and I thought that's what you're supposed to do.
I did it,
Well, you don't have to do anything. You can just walk.
but you get like slates and you get cards and stuff.
Who cares?
I got
It's-
fucking.
It's an
Moogle.
even
That's
less. It's an even less. How to say a version that works even less than Hey You Pikachu with Winnie the Pooh. So. Also, the Riku campaign, you visit all of the same worlds, but they are way shorter. Like there's way less
Oh yeah.
rooms, and there are no cutscenes for the Disney worlds because technically Riku never was in. Well, he was in some of them, but he never really interacted with a
All
lot
he
of
was
them.
really
So
in was like Pinocchio.
yeah, and they even cut that out. Like, but that's also why I appreciated Riku's campaign more than Sora's campaign. Like way shorter. Like I both like and dislike the fact that they give you a preset deck. Like, I think that it's just it either works in your favor or it does not, because sometimes they just give you a deck that is like garbage.
Yeah.
One of them you're supposed to actually use your gray card. I don't know what's the actual term for them.
Yeah, great cards. The special cards. Yeah.
Yeah,
They have a name.
I think it's either the Oogie Boogie World or somewhere else where whenever you use the card, it flips the value of them. And maybe it was underwater. Yeah.
Oh, that's how the speedrunner beat the game of Riku. They used Maleficent's card to get overdrive, and they just beat the shit out of Ansem with that.
Oh, okay.
They gotta get lucky, but that's how they do it. They just beat the shit out of him.
Only one I really used during Sora's campaign was Oogie Boogie.
I didn't use them until Riku's when I didn't know how to heal.
I totally forgot about them until I don't remember.
I had no idea what they did until Emanuel finally said something.
Yeah, I have forgotten about the cards. Like, I thought that they were like passive abilities instead of like, like if you put them in the deck and it would like grant you the passive abilities that it told you. But no, it's.
I think if they were to make a new version, that would be a thing they could do.
Yeah.
I could not get Hook's card to work, which was supposed to give you like a Pity Phoenix down, but whenever I used it, like I just completely got killed.
I think you're supposed to have it equipped when you die.
Yeah, I did have it equipped.
Oh God.
Yeah, like I was trying to use it during the Ansem flags because I died twice.
But you activated it, right?
Yeah, I activated it. Yeah, it was going. I don't know why.
But the deal about it is that but I think that doesn't it? It says, I know that there's one that is like, it will make sure that you survive a combo with 1 HP.
Maybe that's what it was then.
Yeah, and if you get hit again, then it's obviously...
Yeah.
Doesn't really mean anything then.
It's kind of... A lot of those are very pointless, to be honest.
And I was just counting. There's 4 games that we have to play between Kingdom Hearts 2 and Kingdom Hearts 3.
358, Recoded, Birth by Sleep, and Dream Drop Distance, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And watch the back cover. I mean,
and if you think about it, like, there really wasn't any games between Chi and 3.
No, because
just
Key came out after Dream Drop Distance, right?
Like, but you have like a little bit of stuff in like Final Chapter Prologue or something, or like there was like a little bit of stuff.
Right, we do, Mike. There's 5. There is
Fragmentary Passage.
0.2 a Fragmentary Passage.
Yeah, that's gonna be a mini for sure though.
Yeah, but that is totally a mini because that takes like 2 hours tops.
What are you guys talking about?
So in Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue, it includes Dream Drop Distance HD. It includes Kingdom Hearts Key back cover, which is the movie thing that we were talking about.
Okay.
But it also has an Aqua centric mini game. Not mini game as in mini games, but short game. Let me just say short game. Yeah, called 0.2 Birth by Sleep Fragmentary Passage, which is a continuation to Birth by Sleep, and it is also a prequel to Kingdom Hearts 3, and technically maybe you could consider it the demo to Kingdom Hearts 3.
Okay, well, yeah, we'll do it then. Sure.
But it's like very short. It's like 2 hours tops.
That's fine.
It's not that long.
That's what minis are for.
I also forget you guys are gonna hate Dream Drop Distance.
Why?
I don't.
Emmanuel, do you know why though?
Because of the drop.
Yeah, there's a timer drop system where you can only play as Riku and Sora as a certain amount of time.
Yeah, but you can extend. You like starting off. It is a little bit annoying, but then you can like extend the amount of time that you're. The worst part is trying to do a boss battle and having that drop gauge like lower as you are like in the middle of the battle, because then you'll have to restart the whole battle all over again. So, and it's not immediate. It's definitely going to be a very interesting game to play. And see you guys' thoughts about it. I like Dream Drop Distance. Like, I don't have a problem with that game.
I've only played it once,
especially because it is technically Pokemon meets Kingdom Hearts. So
it is.
And as a Pokemon fan, I dig that shit.
Okay, let's go to our last segment, Shelf Stacker Box. And Dominic, what about you?
Oh, Shelf. It's on the shelf. It's one of the best GBA games.
All right, I'll go next. I agree with Dominic. I'm also gonna put this on the shelf. I had an amazing time playing this game. Like, I came into this with no expectations, and I left like, okay, this was great. Other than the Riku final boss, this game was fucking great. Joe,
I agree with the both of you. It's also on the shelf. I didn't actually think I was gonna have a lot of fun with this game, but I booted up and I got like maybe an hour in. I was like, man, I'm really having fun with this. So yeah, it's definitely go on the shelf as well.
Okay.
And why the hell did you leave the most negative one for last, Mike?
On purpose. What about you, Emanuel?
Purpose. This game gets sent to the Shadow Realm. Now, I'll stack it. I don't hate this game like I do Rechain of Memories. I just don't like it. Like, this is not the type of game that I look for in Kingdom Hearts, is the problem. Like, I look forward to an action RPG that does not constrict me with the use of cards in order to attack or do anything. And that's not what this game is, obviously. Like,
No.
Again, like I said, I wish that my thing is that for a GBA game, I would have wished that they had gone with a turn-based RPG, because Square Enix or Squaresoft before Kingdom Hearts, they were like known for the turn-based games. Like the Final Fantasies were always turn-based. It wasn't until Kingdom Hearts 1 where they actually did an action RPG. And, it would have been a very interesting, like, oh, what if Kingdom Hearts did play like a Final Fantasy game? Like, and hey, they could have kept the card system. Like, you could use up a turn with cards. It's just, my problem is when you combine the cards with the action. I do not find that appealing or necessarily good to me. Like, yeah,
It's hard.
yeah, it is. Like, you get into it the more you play it and you understand it more and all that. But there is still that part of me that is like, this is not what I come in for in Kingdom Hearts. And again, that's also why I like Riku's campaign more, because it's shorter and they give you a preset deck so that you don't have to like manage all that stuff. Yeah, it's a stack for me. I don't hate it. I don't love it, and I don't like it. But hey, it's right there, and it is in my collection. It's not. It's in one of the 2 DS boxes, either 358 or Recoded, because it has like the slot for GBA cartridges.
We love this series.
So
You do. Can't deny that.
yeah. Also, somebody earlier mentioned that Mickey does nothing in this game. He is the light that brings Riku forward. So
I didn't say he does nothing. I just said he's in this game. Like, he's actually in it versus the first one where he wasn't.
He's in the end naked.
He was, and there's an explanation for that.
story portent. We don't bring that up right now.
We'll come back to that later. But yeah, I as a kid, I never got around to Reverse Rebirth because I never beat the original campaign before Kingdom Hearts 2. And even when I did beat, the game, like in high school, I think that I only like entered Reverse Rebirth and saw, it's kind of the same as the main campaign, and actually never played the whole thing. So going back to it now, it's like looking at all the things that happen in it. I appreciate it a lot for Riku's redemption arc because he's my boy.
Okay. All right. And I should mention what we're talking about next week. Next week, you get to hear me talk about another action RPG, maybe a Crusader of Senti. That's the next game I'm doing on the show.
I have no idea what that is, Mike.
It's a Sega Genesis game that looks like a Link to the Past ripoff, but it's not at all. So that's what that is. Good game, actually. Really good game.
Never heard of it.
I barely had until I covered it. So, but definitely that will be what you hear next week to go check that out. And Emanuel, where can people find you at?
Oh yeah, people can find me over on twitch.tv/CommanderLionheart, where I am currently doing a playthrough of Resident Evil 4 for the first time.
No.
Yes. We are trying to get excited for the remake, which comes out soonish. Also, I do First Strike every week. I play an old-ass video game, different old-ass video game every week. I will be doing Infamous 2 very soon because we are going to be talking about that in a couple weeks here on the show as well.
And coming up February.
Yep. So
my first time ever playing that.
Yeah, oh boy, that's going to be interesting. And also you can check me out over on youtube.com/CommanderLionheart. I port over the First Strikes there. The only other thing that is there is our movie reactions, which we are currently doing treasure hunter movies. We did Raiders of the Lost Ark. John had never seen. We did Atlantis: The Lost Empire, which should be in Kingdom Hearts.
Never seen.
We are next doing Treasure Planet and Pirates of the Caribbean and Muppets Treasure Island. And also we covered new movies. We did Black Adam. We're doing Top Gun Maverick and a couple other movies. So check it out.
All right. And Dominic, where can people find you at?
You can find me on the Overblood Facebook group. I'm also on the Dissonant Waves podcast on YouTube. It's my favorite music podcast. Maybe it could be yours too.
All right. And if you enjoyed this episode, you can find over 400 other episodes of this podcast. You can find everything on Podbean. If you can't find what you're looking for on Spotify or iTunes, as I said at the top of the show, go check out episode 175. We cover Kingdom Hearts 1. If you like this, you'll like that. That's a 3-hour conversation. And just about Kingdom Hearts. And I want to give a shout out to my awesome intro and outro, courtesy of Helena at HellHasker. You can follow her on TikTok. Also, when you hear this episode, we have a sponsor for this month, Angel's Tipsy Tumbler. So definitely go check out her website. You'll see a link in the show notes. And you can use the code GAMES2023 to save 10%. You can order specialized tumblers and things of that nature. And so definitely go do that, please. So you help out the show and you help her out, so which helps me out. So please go do that. Order something. You get something real. And also want to give a shout out to my awesome intro outro. I said Helena, right? Yep. Okay. Shout out to Bill Tucker, who started his own podcast, Gamer Looks at 40. Definitely go check out his show. Started his own podcast. And if you want to, we do have a Patreon, so you want to help support this show also another way. We right now the poll is science fiction movies Mike has never seen. You can vote for as little as $1. It's Children of Men, Tron, Ghost in the Shell, and Blade Runner. Blade Runner is winning right now. So you get to go choose which one of those I'm going to have to watch for the first time. Which I'm excited to, because I've never seen any of those movies. So definitely go check that out. And please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and on YouTube. And I think that's everything I need to say. So we will see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye. At DACISHSKI.